So I've been using MacroFactor for over 4 years now, and today we're going to be talking about my experiences and if I think this app is worth the hype. If you're new here, my name is Brandon, and I've actually been using tracking apps in one form or another on and off for about the past 15 years. I've used other various apps like MyFitnessPal and Lose It, and most recently I've been using MacroFactor. Now, before we get started, I just want to mention that I am not affiliated with MacroFactor in any way, shape, or form, and all of these are just my own opinions and my own conclusions about using the app. So I've been using MacroFactor for about 4 years now, and I haven't been using it consistently throughout that whole time period. I've made progress. I've fallen off. I've lost progress, but I've been using it on and off for about 4 years. And I would say that when I'm using it, I do make really good progress. And then for one reason or another, life has gotten in the way and I've kind of fallen off a bit. But I will say that when I'm on and I'm consistently using this app, I am making progress and it does help me a lot to hit my goals. So, what first initially drew me to this app was the fact that it had an adaptive maintenance calorie calculation, which is basically the expenditure chart. And the reason this was so important to me is because with a lot of other apps, really, when you set your calorie target, it's kind of a set it and forget it thing. And it doesn't really adjust on its own based on how your weight is changing. So with this app, it kind of feels like you're actually getting real feedback regarding your progress. And I think that that's really helpful because it kind of gives you an ongoing target and ongoing guidance with what to set your calories at. And I would honestly consider that to be the number one draw of this app for me was simply having that expenditure chart and not having to guess where my maintenance calories were at any one given point. The next thing, and this is just my opinion, I think the app just looks really cool. And I think it just has a really nice, sleek design. I might be biased just in the fact that it has a lot of data, a lot of charts, and there's just a lot of analysis and insights that you can really do with this app. There's pretty much a chart for anything. You can look at your average calories, your average weight, fat, carbs, weight trend, expenditure. You can see your calories to your TDEE, and really just the whole app is designed in a way that is very, very visual, and it gives you a nice look at what's actually going on with your body and your stats and your food intake. So if you're looking for an app that kind of just does a really good job at summarizing all your information in one place, I think that this is probably the best one on the market. The next feature that I really like about this app is that when you set a new program, you can choose a coached program. So basically, with that, it will continuously give you updated macro targets week to week as you progress. So this kind of goes hand in hand with the expenditure chart because the coach program really makes sure that you're continuing to make progress at the rate that you set in your initial goal. So basically, if you have a goal to lose 1 pound a week and you put that in the app, the coach program every single week will give you updated calorie targets to hit to make sure that you're still on track to lose 1 pound per week. Now, this is something that I don't see really any other app doing. And usually with those other apps, you just set your calorie target and that's that until you have to make the manual adjustments yourself. And you can still do that in this app, but the default option is the coached option. And that's really the option that I would recommend because really, if you're going to spend the money to get this app, you might as well be using the coach program and all the features that comes with that. One of the most underrated and overlooked parts about MacroFactor, in my opinion, is the section where you can do progress pictures. So in this app, there's a really cool design for this section where you basically upload your progress pictures and then you have them all in one place and you can kind of just flip through each picture and each picture will have the date that that picture is from, and it'll have the trend weight for that date, and it'll also have the scale weight for that date. So it's really a perfect one-stop look at your progress visually, and it makes it really easy to compare your progress during different time periods. So the main takeaway for this app is that it's a very useful, powerful app, but it's only as good as the data that you give it. So I would say that this app is for somebody that tracks consistently and is very serious and detail oriented about their tracking. It's probably not the app for somebody that casually tracks or only tracks a few days a week and just kind of has a general casual approach to tracking. But again, if you are consistently tracking your food accurately, it's probably the best app on the market, and I would recommend it for someone like that. And that's really why I use the app. Speaking of tracking, I recently built a tracking tool that I talked about in this video on the screen right here. And if you're interested in that tracking tool, I will leave a link in the description. The tool is basically a tracker that has an adaptive TDE component to it. I use it every single day and it helps me achieve my goals. So with that said, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and I will see you guys in the next one.